Hello, welcome to the Mission Driven Business Podcast. I'm your host, Brian Thompson, an attorney, certified financial planner, and founder of a financial planning firm that serves LGBTQ entrepreneurs. I created this podcast to help mission-driven entrepreneurs build businesses that are both profitable and meaningful. On the show, you'll hear conversations from diverse entrepreneurs and experts who support small businesses in many, many ways. We'll talk about marketing, money, strategy, mindset, and what it really takes to build a business that aligns with your values and supports the life that you want. So whether you're just getting started or growing an established business, you're in the right place. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Mission Driven Business Podcast. I'm your host, Brian Thompson, and last week we celebrated BTS 10th anniversary, and with me simply just giving a big thank you. And the response to that episode reminded me of something I've known for a very long time. Entrepreneurship is not a solo journey. And anniversaries aren't just about looking back. They're also about an opportunity to reflect. If you've listened to this podcast for a while, you've heard me say this over and over again. Build, measure, learn. And that's really been the story of the last 10 years. Building something, seeing what happens, learning from it, and then doing it all again. When I started BTF in 2016, I thought I knew what building a successful business would look like. Some of those beliefs were right, and a lot of them weren't. So today, I'd like to introduce you to two versions of Brian. 2016 Brian, the guy who just walked away from a comfortable legal career and thought he knew what entrepreneurship was going to require. And 2026 Brian, someone who has spent the last decade building a business, working with incredible clients, making mistakes, and learning lots of things along the way. And let's see what they learned from each other. Belief one, confidence. 2016 Brian thought that confidence came before action. I kept waiting to feel ready to leave my legal career, ready to call myself a business owner, ready to charge what I was worth, ready to speak, ready to write for Forbes, ready to launch a podcast, ready to just be taken seriously. 2026 Brian knows that confidence comes from action. Sometimes you have to feel scared and do it anyway. Getting that first client, doing that first presentation, having uncomfortable conversations, making that first mistake. Confidence isn't a prerequisite, it's a byproduct. Belief two, expertise. 2016 Brian believed that clients hired me because I had all the right answers. I spent years becoming technically competent in tax law, financial planning, investments, business strategy, and I thought that expertise created value. 2026 Brian knows that clients stay because I ask better questions and listen with care. The Kinder Life Planning training taught me this in an incredible way. Obviously, technical expertise still matters a lot. But transformation usually comes with curiosity, asking the right questions, and knowing that I don't need to have all the answers. Belief three, money. 2016 Brian believed more money means less stress. I mean, after all, that seems logical, right? You earn more money, you save more, you invest more, you just feel better. 2026 Brian knows that planning, not money, is what creates peace of mind. I've met a lot of wealthy people who are deeply anxious. I met people with far fewer resources who slept well because they knew exactly where they're headed. Money creates options and opportunity, and that planning creates confidence. Belief four, success. 2016 Brian believed success looks like growth. More clients, more revenue, more recognition, more awards, more everything. 2026 Brian knows success looks like alignment. Working with people I genuinely enjoy and love, doing the work that energizes me, and building a business that reflects my values and my life. Growth is wonderful, but alignment is even better. Belief five, niches. 2016 Brian believed that niching was a marketing decision. Who should I serve? How do I stand out? What's the best business strategy? 2026 Brian knows that niche is about belonging. Every refinement I've made has brought me closer to the people I've meant to serve. Not because I've excluded others, but because I finally found where I can create the greatest impact. Belief six, productivity. 2016 Brian believed productivity means getting more done. Longer lists, longer hours, more output. 2026 Brian knows that productivity means doing more things that matter. So today I ask different questions. Do I spend time on work only I could do? Do I move the mission forward? Do I make someone's life better? Busy isn't the goal, intentionality is. Belief 7, standing out. 2016 Brian believed that being different was a disadvantage. I wondered if I should look more like other advisors, build the kind of firm that people were expecting of me, or market in the way that everyone else was. 2026 Brian knows that my differences are my greatest strength, my perspective, my identity, my curiosity, my approach, being me. Those are things that I shouldn't hide, and those are things that are exactly what my clients are looking for. And I suspect that that is the same for you. Belief 8, asking for help. 2016 Brian, and really from Brian from before, believed that I needed to figure everything out myself. I wanted to prove I can do it, handle every challenge, wear every hat. 2026 Brian knows that the smartest entrepreneurs build great teams around them. Coaches, mentors, employees, referral partners, friends, colleagues. No one builds 10 years alone. And thankfully, I didn't have to. Belief 9, the business itself. 2016 Brian believed I was building a successful business. That was the goal, a thriving firm, happy clients, financial security. 2026 Brian knows I'm really building a meaningful life. The business has become a vehicle for that, not a destination. It gave me purpose, freedom, amazing relationships, and meaningful work. But there's a much richer definition of success. And the last belief is the finish line. 2016 Brian believed one day I'll finally make it. I'll have enough clients, enough knowledge, enough experience, then I'll feel successful. 2026 Brian knows that there is no finish line. As my business coach likes to say, there is no there. There's only the next opportunity to grow, the next lesson, the next experiment, the next person to serve. And at this point, I hope that never changes. Curiosity has made this journey by far more rewarding than certainty ever could. If I could sit down with 2016 Brian today, I wouldn't hand him a business plan. I wouldn't tell him to buy certain software. I wouldn't even tell him which mistakes to avoid. I'd simply tell him, keep going. Build, measure, learn, and trust yourself. Trust the process, as my client has said. The business you're dreaming about won't turn out exactly how you imagined. It will become something better. And to everyone listening, I hope the same is true for you. I hope your business doesn't simply become more profitable. I hope it makes you more courageous, more curious, more generous, more aligned with the person you're becoming. Because to me, that kind of success is worth celebrating. Thank you for joining me today. Next week, we'll wrap up this anniversary series by looking forward instead of backward, and we explore what I hope the next decade of mission-driven business will hold. Until then, keep building, keep measuring, and keep learning, and keep pursuing your mission-driven business with purpose. Thank you for listening to the Mission Driven Business Podcast. I'm your host, Brian Thompson. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to subscribe on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcast. And if you know another entrepreneur who could benefit from this conversation, please share it with them. Until next time, keep building a business that creates both profit and purpose.